I'm sure. Well, Novak, I'm interested. Do you think you love tennis more now or when you were a baby?
That's amazing. By the way, it's an amazing analogy because it's so true. Because I can definitely identify my career and my journey with the analogy that you just presented. Because when I started dreaming about professional tennis, about winning Wimbledon, there was the most recognized tennis tournament in the world in the history of our sport. When I was a teenager, when I started to feel that I'm becoming strong enough to compete with professionals, I don't want to say the only thing, but probably most of my thinking and most of my visualization was going towards me winning the trophy, me accomplishing my goals and my dreams. My dream was becoming the number one player in the world and holding a Wimbledon trophy. And when I was 7, I was making this improvised, Wimbledon trophies from all these materials that I had in my room, and looking myself in the mirror and saying, "You're a Wimbledon champion one day." I was 7, so I do believe I'm a strong proponent and supporter of dreams and chasing your dream, and nothing, everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. And I felt it on my own skin. But going back to the interest as a baby of purpose, you're right, because for me it was about winning. So it was my self-interest. It was my interest to accomplish my own dreams and my own goals and my own visions. Of course, with my parents, they were there, the biggest supporters, and very limited amount of people around me when I was growing up. But then, obviously, I start to feel that's at the same time, it was always a passion and love, because I really enjoyed playing tennis, and for the sake of holding a racket in my hands and just being out there. I never had an issue of really hating tennis or, of course, we all have days where we feel less of doing something that is our love and passion, but I felt that the passion or desire was always there and the flame was inside. But the purpose for me was strongly related to that interest, right?
Yeah.
And then going back to the beginning when you said, when you listen to the monk speak about service as being the biggest priority and the biggest satisfaction and the biggest purpose in the life, that's something that I start to feel only later, kind of midway through my career, where I start to feel, okay, well, yes, that's my purpose, but it kind of originates from the self-interest. But now my purpose all of a sudden is changing form. And now it's about service. And now I'm using the platform, of course, partly platform of playing tennis. I mean, still competing professionally. And because I see it as a platform where I'm able to grow, where I feel that, all the suppressed programs, fears, emotions are surfacing like nowhere else in my life. So tennis court for me is in a way a battlefield and a classroom. And at the same time, I do feel that tennis as a whole and as a platform allows me to share with people my passion, these kind of things, this kind of lives. And I try to always have in back of my mind the amount, especially of young people that are following me, that are watching tennis and watching every athlete, because athletes are so blessed to have, millions, if not billions of people around the world following them, idolizing them. And so I see this as a great responsibility, if you know what I mean. Because purpose is a responsibility as well, if it's service, But even if it's interest, it's still a responsibility the way I see it, because it is responsibility towards yourself.
Yes.
But if the purpose originates from service, it's a responsibility towards yourself and towards others. And that's when you fully complete this cycle, and that's where you feel abundance inside.
Exactly. And that's why I respect you so much, because I know you called your book Serve to Win. And
Yes,
that,
exactly.
that's beautiful. I love that on so many levels.
Yes.
And I think that that's such a great tennis analogy. But you know, and I've been on. Thankfully, I've been on the other side of your serves, and I know what they feel like. And I
By the way, for anybody that is watching now, please
the video is coming.
Go back to the videos that we've done, Jay and I, and with Lewis in Los Angeles about two and a half months ago. We played some tennis, and Jay has attempted to return my serves. It was very, very interesting.
It was very entertaining. It was we were showing how it's good to always be a student again, and Novak was guiding us. But it's true, like serve to win, and I think that this is what I've been saying a lot, and I repeat it often because it really helps crystallize it. It's like your passion makes you happy, but when you use your passion in the service of others, it becomes a purpose. So what you're doing is you play tennis, and you're a tennis player, and that's amazing. But now, because of the platform that you've gained through being the number one tennis player in the world, you're using that to serve. And that's the whole goal that everyone can achieve. Whether you're a teacher, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a football player, you make videos like me, whatever you do, all you have to do is, okay, now that I've done this, how can I use what I have to help other people? And you will feel so much more happiness and joy from that, no matter how big or small or successful or whatever you see yourself as. When you start giving away what you have in the form of time, ideas, resources, money, energy. Remember, it's energy. Like time and money, it's all energy. That's what you're really giving.